Hello, everyone. If anyone's watching this, you're probably watching the replay. I'm just going to do a quick little Q&A. I got 15 minutes to be on here between call to do a group meeting with our people in our Relocate Now program in about 15 minutes. But I did want to pop on because I'm going to be more present in this group, trying to be present here on the channel as well to serve you guys and some of the questions that you have. So if you do have some questions, you can put them in the comments below if you're watching the replay. Maybe tag me in them too. I feel like personally, my when I look at my face. Okay. Sorry about that. If anyone wants to bring me Starlink, I would love that. My internet has been terrible lately. Okay. Let me go back to the quiz. Can you guys see me now? Sorry, my internet has been a struggle. If it does it again, I'll switch over to my hotspot. That's what I do in case of emergency. And I would love to be getting started. All right, I'm just sorry about this for anyone watching the replay, watching my technical issues. I'll just hop on my hotspot from now on before we do this. All right, let me know now if it's okay. If someone, maybe Jay, if you can let me know if I'm good, then I will continue with what I was saying about the driver's licenses. Okay, Susan said on and off spinning, but all right, I guess I'm gonna assume, okay, better. Okay, thank you, Rod, perfect. Okay, thank goodness for phone hotspots for the backup. So the driver's licenses, as I was saying, for you can't get a Costa Rican driver's license or get your driver's license transferred to being a Costa Rican one until you have gotten your residency. So when you get your residency, then you can do it. And there's a process for doing that. So I think, Rod, what you're talking about is now they're requesting some special stamp or paper. That is something new that I've heard about. And I'm going to... I had a document kind of listed of what people need to do now for that. So, yeah, that's the change that I did hear about. I think you have to get some particular stamp or paper, and I'm going to try to find what I have on that. But that's just the only part of the process. It just makes it a little bit more annoying, I think, to do it. But yes, I did hear about that. I don't know where my document is. Okay, Ron. Yep, residency done. Okay, you got your residency. Okay, hi, Patty. Hope you and John are doing well. You guys, we moved Patty and her husband John here. You guys are due for a visit over sometime. All right, any other questions? Or sometimes these comments may be a little bit delayed too that come into here. Okay, seems better. Okay. Let's see, any other questions that I saw in here? So driving. The other day we were talking about some just kind of basic logistics for your move. So if you guys did happen to catch that, or if you did not catch that live, then definitely make sure to catch that one, because I kind of wrote through all the major logistics that you should be considering on your move. So you can either find that in the Facebook group, in the Moving to Costa Rica Facebook group. I did that on Monday, or it's also on my YouTube channel as well. If you're not on the YouTube channel, some of you are, you can just go Sarah Elena Costa Rica, and that video should pop up. It's probably, it's the last one that I did on Monday. All right, someone says you can drive there with your original driver's license issued from your state of residency for up to 3 months, I think, but I'm not sure. So that's why I'm still waiting on my lawyer to make sure that the president actually signed it. So apparently the president, either has already signed or just needs to sign the law that's going to allow people to drive up to 180 days. Because that was a pain. That was definitely a pain. So Rod wants to know, are residency renewals easy enough to do without an attorney? For me, I just had mine do mine because I don't think it took him very long to do. And it was already included with my process of getting residency. The part of the process was that they would also handle the renewal. But I guess it's potentially something you could do on your own. You just have to show that you still meet the same requirements. So you might have to show that you still have the same pension. You still own the exact same property that you bought if you did the investor. And all of that. Okay, Jay, have you heard much about the new proposed airport in the Southern Zone? Personally, I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I'm curious if you've heard much lately. I saw the post on it a few days ago. I feel like I've heard that there's going to be an airport down there for years, but I don't know if they're making any progress on it. And I also do hope that they don't, because if some of you guys don't know, the Southern Zone, the Osa Peninsula, those areas down there, it's one of the most biodiverse areas of the country. And wow, what a shame. All of a sudden now all these people are flooding down there. I honestly do think it could just ruin that area. So I'm hoping that an airport is not down there personally, because I don't think that would be very good to have an international airport. There are regional airports. I think Golfito has an airport. San Ysidro used to. I don't think it's in operation anymore. Capos, so you can even get a little bit closer and just drive down. Let's see. Alex Gonzalez says, since you're on the topic of driver's licenses, my Costa Rican driver's license expired 8 years ago, and I have not renewed it. I wonder what happens if I start this. Okay. Do you know when I decide to renew it, if I will have to restart or renew? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe just you might have to set up an appointment with COSEVI. I mean, you already had the license. I don't think you'd probably have to take the whole test over again. I've just used my California license every time I visit Costa Rica. I mean, I guess if you'll be here more longer term, past 6 months, then you might want to look into getting it renewed. Carlos, is there Bitcoin culture in Costa Rica? I don't think it's as Bitcoin as other countries, but there are people that are definitely into Bitcoin down here. I've seen that in the Southern Zone, some around Jaco. There are some people that are into it absolutely and will accept it as a payment. All right, let's see. Someone says, for Americans, what is the pros and cons of moving to Costa Rica? What has been your experience so far? Oh, that's a big question. Let's see. I mean, these are all personal to everybody. For me, the pros, actually, I have some videos coming out. I've scheduled all the YouTube videos until June at this point. One of them is things that I love about living in Costa Rica. And another one is going to be about challenges that I faced. So things that I love would be the food, the culture, just the overall slower pace of life, nature, like the nature, the good weather. Those are definitely, like, for me, the pros. I like the sense of community that we have here. It's really important. The things that would be cons, well, sometimes, even the climate, sometimes it's just too hot. It depends where you live. There's definitely climates and, microclimates everywhere all over the country. Sometimes things are it's hard just to do simple things here. Like going to get a SIM card. If you got to bring your passport, you could be waiting there forever. Or going to the electrical company to do something. So that can be kind of a con. Con would be, not being able to see families often. That's definitely a con for me. Again, these are cons for me. I don't know. I had a whole list. Let me look for my list and maybe I'll get to the next question. Things happen slowly. Pack your patience. Exactly. Pack your patience. Pack a book. Do something. But I think, I did. I think I wrote a list. I don't know where my list is. I had written a list. But another con would be just adjusting to a whole new culture and a whole nother language. But I do have that video coming out. And I go into depth about a lot of that. About my personal pros, let's say, and my personal cons that I faced here. I just can't find it. It's okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Challenges. I put language barrier, especially when I was pregnant, living outside of San Jose. Cultural differences, so maybe things taking longer, Tico time, that concept that things take a while to do. Learning how the systems work and how they are different. So again, just doing simple things, getting your electricity set up, receiving your mail. You're kind of having to learn a whole new system for everything that's different. Finding community. So I actually have found that to be very easy living here in Costa Rica. However, the challenging part is that sometimes it's pretty transient. So you connect, you get to know someone, you really like them, and then they leave. So that has been a challenge for me sometimes, personally. Like I said, climate, sometimes it's just hot. Like I just want a nice, cool spring breeze to float through my door. Wouldn't that be amazing? And then waiting forever to do simple things like banking, electricity office. Okay, I pretty much did remember what I had to say. What I love about, I said excellent food, warm and welcoming culture, beautiful nature, overall nice weather all year round. I personally feel like my kid's safe at school. For me, that's a big one. Family values and the kind of pura vida lifestyle that people actually do move here for. For me, that's a big pro, and that's what I love about living here. Okay, so I'm going to answer these last questions because I do have my group meeting. So we have group meetings for our people that are in our Relocate Now program. We have a group meeting once every week, every Wednesday. And then people that are in our DIY Move to Costa Rica, we have a meeting every Thursday. So I'm about to hop into that group meeting. So let me try to get through these last questions. Well, what is the pros and cons of moving? How's the area of San Carlos? San Carlos is beautiful. It's a big area that's up by, I guess where La Fortuna would be. Rural, farmers, nice weather, primarily Costa Ricans. Very beautiful area for sure. Things happen slowly. Okay. Is there a better area to retire on the Pacific side? Well, I guess that really depends on you. So, we do help people narrow down their areas. I like to know people's lifestyle, their hobbies, what's important to them, things that are going to make them comfortable. And again, with the climate, distance to the airport, medical, that's a whole string of things. Actually, I have an areas quiz that I made. Actually, if you go over to my Instagram, I made a post today about choosing an area. I don't know if you guys use Instagram. I'm just using it again. I'm starting to use it again. It's like law_Sarah_Elena. And I have a thing where if you put quiz under it, then it'll send you the quiz to help you choose your area. Do I know what the current status of development of the 7-star resort in Papagayo is? I have no idea on that. I'm sorry. I don't know. Budget 2 hours for a bank visit. Yes. Is there any indication that the devaluation of the USD will improve this year? I'm not sure on that. Sorry. I hope it does. Carlos asks, have you seen more or less people moving in the last 4 years? I would say more, for sure. I think COVID put a lot of things in perspective for people. That's what I've heard. And also just the way the culture is going. North America just doesn't seem to be doing very well. And it's really sad. I would talk with a lot of people every day that are, they probably never imagined that they would be leaving where they grew up or the country that they've lived in their whole life because of these reasons. It wasn't originally in their plans to do that. And for me, that's really sad, for political issues or community. Again, just the overall community environment that's become really ugly in a lot of places. What kind of, shoot. Well, I got to get going. Now I'm going to be late for my group meeting. So I will check the comments to get to these last questions that I missed. And I appreciate you guys popping on here with me. And I will see you on Friday. I'll be back on Friday. But I'm glad I could hop in here and do some open Q&A with you. All right. Well, thanks again. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, that's a good question. What is the main reason people tell me? A lot of it has been where they're coming from is too expensive. But then also here can be expensive too, for sure. Political issues. Everyone's divided and just against each other. A lot of it's cultural related, to be honest, and price related. Okay. See you guys.